a second there, dudes, and we'll get going. Alright, dudes, here we go. Let's see what we can get going there.
Nurse, I'm ready for my sponge bath.
All right, go.
You're welcome. On a good move. Wow, congratulations. Oh, you did it. Thank you.
Oh shit, man.
Nurse, I'm ready for my sponge bath.
All right, go.
I offer you the opportunity to join me in glorious battle. Okay.
Six wasn't so bad, I don't guess.
Shouldn't be too hard to get ourselves kicked out.
Right, we've just got to convince them we're not army material. Ready?
All right, let's do it.
Wow, look at how gay we are. I am so gay with my gayness.
Me too. I'm a homo.
I'll be right back, here, bros. I gotta go in there and get me something to drink. Alright, dudes. Let's try this some more. I need 60 some more set on 4s, and we might be able to go somewhere then. You know? Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay, let's see what we got there.
Alright, virtual reality.
Shit. What the hell? Oh, that wasn't good. Didn't even see that coming, to be honest.
battle stations, everyone!
Oh, great.
President Biden's approval rating on handling immigration has reached an all-time low, a new poll found. Just 32% of Americans said in the new CBS News poll released Sunday that they approved of Biden's handling of the border, a number that CBS notes is the all-time low for the president on this question. Overall, 68% in the new poll disapprove of how Biden is handling the border. Congressional Republicans also received poor approval ratings for their handling of the border, results that come as the House GOP has vowed to make border policy their focus at the start of the new year. The poll found that 35% of Americans approve of GOP lawmakers' handling of the border, while 65% disapprove. The poll also found that 45% of Americans see the border situation as a crisis, and another 30% view it as a serious problem. 63% said it should be tougher for migrants to cross the border into the U.S., while just 16% said it should be easier. American sentiments toward immigrants were ultimately more negative, according to the new poll. Nearly 50% said immigrants crossing at the border will make American society worse in the long run, while 22% suggested it would be better. In addition, 57% said they disapproved of sending migrants.
Yeah, I don't see the better of that,
However,
to be honest.
53% of Republicans approved of the action as Republican-led states continue to send migrants to Democratic-led cities in the North.
That's no
The
wonder
poll was
they're doing that now.
2,157 adults on January 3rd and January 5th and has a margin of error of 2.8 percentage points. For the latest news, weather, sports, and streaming video, head to The Hill.
Oh shit. Damn, that's a bad score. No honesty. Okay.
Sanofi, a French vaccine manufacturer, is facing a federal civil rights complaint from America First Legal, alleging racial and sex discrimination in its hiring practices. The complaint follows a video expose showing a senior executive discussing the company's diversity goals, including specific hiring targets for Black and Latinx employees. America First Legal contends that Sanofi's management has fostered a culture of systemic racism, citing the company's diverse slate policy and demographic goals for 2025. Trending, Fauci's ex-boss admits the truth.
Clickbait, dudes, clickbait.
More than 460 people have been sentenced for their role in the Capsule attack, according to the FBI. Authorities are still working to identify more than 80 people wanted for acts of violence. In a newly released video, Damon Beckley, found guilty of obstructing electoral college certification and civil disorder, recorded a tense exchange between rioters and Republican lawmakers just outside the House chamber on January 6. The footage emerged 3 years after the riots. I just must tell you, having been there that day, to see people literally breaking windows, ransacking the Capitol, it just infuriated me, said former Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence. I believe everyone that conducted that riot at the Capitol needs to be held to the fullest extent of the law. I'm pleased that many have. But I have never been given any information. I've heard the many repeated assurances from the FBI that they were not involved, and I take them at their word.
I don't.
New details stem from former President Donald Trump's role that day, with special counsel Jack Smith revealing new allegations about Trump's unwillingness to help stop the violence. Sources told investigators,
I don't believe that. That's propaganda dudes from the
CBS News, Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan sparred with Speaker Mike Johnson, Republican Louisiana, in an interview that aired Sunday over the House GOP's efforts to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, pressing the Louisiana Republican over why lawmakers would boot the person they need to negotiate with over border policy. Brennan, speaking with Johnson during his trip to Eagle Pass, Texas,
that shouldn't be a
suggested Congress
negotiation,
needs
man.
Mayorkas has helped to improve the situation at the border. So these are very, very real and immediate issues. What you're describing, it is a crisis. So don't you need the help of the Homeland Security Secretary, instead of trying to impeach him? Brennan asked Johnson. We've been asking Secretary Mayorkas since he took office, to enforce the law, to do his job, and he's done exactly the opposite. He's testified untruthfully before Congress, repeatedly, Johnson responded. Brennan interjected to ask Johnson, but why focus the congressional resources on going ahead with an impeachment when they could be dealing with the actual issues here on the ground? Our Homeland Security Committee has done its job, he responded. They have a constitutional responsibility, a legal responsibility, to investigate what is happening with the agency that they have oversight for. They've done that for a year, very methodically, carefully, in detail. And they've documented all that. Johnson was referring to the House Homeland Security Committee's ongoing investigation into Mayorkas over allegations the Secretary displayed dereliction of duty in his handling of the border. The committee has threatened to introduce another resolution to boot Mayorkas from his role and will begin a series of impeachment hearings this week that could lead to such action. Johnson told Brennan he believes Mayorkas is an abject failure, while noting it's not because of impotence. I believe he has done this intentionally. I think these are intentional policy decisions that he's made. And I think there must be accountability for that. And I can tell you, the vast majority of Americans agree with us on that point, Johnson said.
That's a fact on
Brennan
that one,
pushed
dude.
back, arguing it doesn't sound very hopeful, given Mayorkas is the main leader from the Biden administration involved in negotiations with the Senate to pass a border policy deal. Secretary Mayorkas is not a good faith negotiating partner, Johnson said. He is unwilling to enforce existing federal law. Why would we believe that he would do any new provision? He's lied to Congress repeatedly. He's lied to me personally, under oath. Brennan asked Johnson what Mayorkas has lied about, to which he said, he stood in front of my committee on multiple occasions and insisted that the border is closed and secure when everyone in America knows it's not true. He's not a good faith partner. Well, that's also a semantic argument, you know that, Brennan interjected. No, that's a matter of objective fact. And he has lied to Congress repeatedly, Johnson said, to which Brennan responded, well, that is a matter of semantics in terms of people being apprehended, as you know, coming here, and once they're apprehended, then say they want to claim asylum. Secretary Mayorkas has been to the border, he's talked to the same officials that we have. He knows that this border is not secure. No one here believes it, Johnson said, adding later the workers he met with at the border are doing heroic work in an impossible situation, created by Mayorkas. Mayorkas has faced scrutiny from the right over his leadership for more than a year, including from Representative Pat Fallon, Republican Texas, who filed articles of impeachment against the Homeland Security Chief on the first day of the 118th Congress. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, Republican Georgia, attempted to force a vote on his impeachment last November, but later withdrew the vote after she claimed she was assured by Homeland Security Committee Chairman Mark Green, Republican Tennessee, that the House would move forward with impeachment proceedings. As Brennan noted, Mayorkas has been involved in negotiations with the Senate for weeks to pass a bipartisan border policy deal that would also unlock funding for Ukraine. For the latest news, weather, sports, and streaming video, head to The Hill.
Yes, your anguish sustains me.
Yeah, I'm not buying that on that one. That's anybody else, you don't do your job, you're gonna get fired. So
The Center Square, 3 years into the border crisis, 50 Texas counties have now declared an invasion. The latest to do so are the judges and commissioners of Bandera, Schleicher, and Uvalde counties. Officials in Bandera and Schleicher counties signed nearly identical resolutions in November as Crockett counties. Crockett County declared an invasion after its county judges' family members were killed by an alleged human smuggler. Uvalde County officials signed their invasion resolution in July, when they also joined a coalition led by Atascosa County Judge Weston Coode. All 50 county resolutions cite the invasion clauses of the U.S. Constitution, Articles 4, Section 4, which require the federal government to protect states from an invasion. They also cite Article 4, Section 7 of the Texas Constitution, which states the governor has the legal authority to command Texas military forces and call them up to suppress insurrection and to repel invasions. They also point to the work of Governor Greg Abbott's border security mission, Operation Lone Star, whose officers are interdicting the smuggling of drugs, weapons, and cartel-trafficked people into Texas, and working to prevent, detect, and interdict transnational criminal activity between ports of entry. The Biden administration created the border crisis, county officials argue, with an estimated 10 million people illegally entering the country since 2021. An unprecedented 1.9 million illegal entered Texas in fiscal 2023 alone, the Center Square exclusively reported. The invasion is unsustainable and threatens the lives of our citizens, officials in these counties maintain. They also expressed support for border counties, adding that their own non-border communities cannot absorb the socioeconomic costs and criminal impact resulting from an unsecure and open border. When Coode came into office a year ago, he reached out to dozens of judges encouraging their counties to declare an invasion. He also formed a contiguous county coalition to come up with solutions and express support for border counties. Prior to Coode's election, Atascosa County was among the first to issue disaster and invasion declarations. Why wouldn't you declare an invasion? Coode asked. If you have people from all over the world coming into your county by bus, plane, or smuggling people and drugs, why wouldn't you declare an invasion? He and others are calling on Congress to cut funding that's enabling what they say are Biden's failed policies. They argue Congress continuing to fund the current catch and release policy, releasing millions of people into the U.S. after they illegally entered instead of deporting them, makes Congress complicit in facilitating the border crisis and enabling Mexican cartel activity. Congress's failure to stop the border crisis is burdening local communities nationwide, they argue. Coode and other judges agree with Abbott that Texas didn't create this crisis, but Texas is leading on border security, and Texans will defend our state and our country. We fought 2 wars over this border, Coode said, referring to the Texas Revolution and the Mexican-American War. Texans and Americans died and bled for this border, our state and this country. It is worth defending, and we must defend it. Without a border, without enforcing our laws, we don't have a state or a country. The resolutions of Bandera, Crockett, Schleicher, and Uvalde counties are similar to those passed by officials in 46 other counties. Kinney, Goliad, and Terrell counties were the first to declare an invasion on July 5, 2022. The 50 counties that have declared an invasion, according to resolutions obtained by the Center Square, Atascosa, Bandera, Burnett, Chambers, Clay, Collin, Crockett, Ector, Edwards, Ellis, Fannin, Franklin, Frio, Goliad, Hamilton, Hardin, Harrison, Hood, Hunt, Jack, Jasper, Johnson, Carnes, Kinney, La Salle, Lavaca, Leon, Liberty, Live Oak, Madison, McMullen, Medina, Montague, Navarro, Orange, Parker, Presidio, Schleicher, Shackelford, Somerville, Terrell, Throckmorton, Tyler, Uvalde, Van Zant, Waller, Wharton, Wichita, Wilson, and Wise. Some of these counties are among 58 that issued disaster declarations, following Kinney County, after it first issued a disaster declaration on April 21, 2021. Abbott then issued a state disaster declaration for counties on May 31, 2021. Counties that issued disaster declarations agreed to partner with Abbott's border security efforts, including arresting and detaining people who commit border-related crimes. They include B. Brewster, Brooks, Caldwell, Cameron, Chambers, Colorado, Crane, Crockett, Culberson, DeWitt, Dimmitt, Duval, Edwards, El Paso, Frio, Galveston, Goliad, Gonzales, Hidalgo, Hudspeth, Jackson, Jeff Davis, Jim Hogg, Jim Wells, Kennedy, Kerr, Kimball, Kinney, Clayburgh, La Salle, Lavaca, Live Oak, Mason, Maverick, McCulloch, McMullen, Medina, Menard, Midland, Pecos, Presidio, Real, Refugio, San Patricio, Schleicher, Sutton, Terrell, Throckmorton, Uvalde, Val Verde, Victoria, Webb, Wharton, Wilbarga, Wilson, Zapata, and Zavala. The governor has renewed the state disaster declaration every 30 days, enabling counties to combat the ongoing influx of unlawful immigrants, and authorizes the use of all necessary and available state and local resources to protect landowners in these counties from trespassers and the damage caused to private property, according to the declaration. So far, nearly 40% of Texas' 254 counties have issued either disaster or invasion declarations, or both, citing the border crisis. Tags: Texas, immigrants, border crisis, border security. Original author,